101.7 FM.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the key parts of today. Remember, today is for workers, and happy Workers' Day to everybody in both the private sector and the public sector this morning. Our discussion this morning is for you, every worker out there, every retiree, everybody burning the energy to ensure that institutions work. Are you protected? Do you know the laws that protect you? Do you know where your right starts and where they end? Have you been facing challenges in that workspace where you think as if nobody's coming for you, nobody's going to save you, as if you are all under the control of whether private, public, etc.? This is your time to join the show. If you're sleeping, the show is Rise Up Lagos. Rise up right now because the show moment is now. This very special day being International Workers' Day, we have a subject of discussion: protecting the Nigerian worker, legal rights, duties, and enforcement. Who again can discuss that subject if not a legal practitioner? Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us a double-fold individual, a legal practitioner and a political analyst. So public policy analyst. So we're to enjoy both part of it. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for that discussion right now. I am pleased to have him join us right now. I'm not going to say he is, what do you call it? He is of the lineage of the Bola Ige, you know. But he is also a barrister again. It's good to have you with us this morning.
All right, thank you for having me. Good morning.
I started with that joke because... all right, let's go now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Barrister Ige is with us this morning. My first point of discussion is this morning. What is the nature of the Nigerian workspace?
Well, as it stands, the Nigerian workspace is... there are provisions of the law that protects that space. We have the Labor Act, we have the Employees Compensation Act, we have the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and we have the Trade Union Act. So that is the statutory; those are the statutory provisions that regulate and control that space. So simplicity, as regards the protection by the law, that arrangement is there. In terms of compliance, we are still very far off. We are still very far off when it comes to compliance.
All right. One of the key issues here in the Nigerian especially in the Nigerian private sector, there seems to be more protection in the public sector than there is in the private sector. Lots of shout or thoughts out there that the private sector in Nigeria has a lot of room for exploitation and no proper cover or protection for the Nigerian who works in these spaces. Your take on that?
Well, the Labor Act protects both workers in the public space and in the private sector. However, like I said earlier, is the issue of compliance, and many people don't know their rights. There have been instances wherein people, not even because they don't know their rights, but because we don't have the cost of getting access to legal service, the judicial delays often deter a number of people from enforcing their rights. So I would say that for both the public and private sector, the law covers everyone, but we have a problem with compliance and enforcement.
All right, one big challenge in the Nigerian workspace today is the issues of insecure contracts, lack of union representation. Even when there is union representation, you see lack of union. Just today to yesterday, Dangote brought back the engineers it sacked when Nupeng came after it saying anybody who works in Dangote must be part of us. And then Dangote used the powers that be to simply had its way, etc., etc. Now, if a multinational would do that, the idea of unions. Are unions really, do they really have that willpower to protect individual members, or that where their contracts are shaky or where there are no proper contract laws that protect the interests of the individual workers?
Well, the Trade Unions Act is there to fill that gap. However, most times the labor leaders do not have the goodwill to push through. There have been allegations most times where they would say that the labor leaders are not really fighting for the members of their union, but for their pocket. We have seen instances where they declare a strike, and after a closed-door meeting with the employers, the music changes. And, those are the agitations. But that's on one side. However, the law is also very clear that if anybody is given employment, within the first 3 months, a proper contract of engagement must be given to that person. And those are the anomalies that we have observed in our system, where somebody has been working for a number of years and has no clear contract detailing their roles, their expectations in that organization, and those are the issues.
Now, one key challenge to around the Nigerian workspace is job insecurity and lack of benefits. The prevalence of contract staffing, which is a new thing in that space. Contract staffing, precarious working conditions or employment, workers not having proper job security, hire and fire method, no proper pension, healthcare insurance, etc. How do you respond to this?
All the issues that you have raised are covered by the law. The law is very clear, that the Labour Act is clear, that every worker must work in a safe space, in an environment that the safety is assured. There is provision as regards pension. There is, it's contributory. The worker puts some on the table. The employer puts some on the table. We have even the issue of tax. When employers deduct taxes from employees and do not remit. So for me, I strongly believe that it is the issue of compliance, and we need to get the regulatory bodies to sit up and ensure that the law is followed. When workers, because of their financial capacity, might not be able to go to court, but the system should protect them. The labor, the Ministry of Labor and Employment. That's why we have it at the state level and we have it at the federal level. Their duty is to protect, if possible, create a specific agency that looks into that. And you'll see, we talk about contract workers behind the scene. Virtually all the banks, or most of the banks,
contract staffing, exactly.
Yes, contract staffing. And we have said over the years that this is against the law. It is unfair. It's an unfair practice. But how come these institutions, because banks, of course, who would say that the bank is not an institution that should be looked up to, they engage in such practices. How much more those who don't even have much capacity as the banks? So we need a system shake-up where our regulators will sit up and ensure that they clamp down on people who break the law.
So your thoughts right now is that many banks, as an example, are breaking the idea of a proper working condition where they will rather resort to contract staffing. Now, I have an example to give on that. My sister-in-law, for instance, worked in one of the banks, as we speak. Contract staffing for almost a year or two. She kept on writing tests. She was never converted until she finally resigned. Does that tell you, therefore, that one of the biggest sectors as we speak, all the IGRs, all the money generated every year, is the banking sector?
Well, for the banks, they are more of income. They are an income earning institution, and for with experience in relating with banks over the years, the bank is more concerned about improving their IGR. And most times, of course, for me, I don't believe that it should be a reason for them to shortchange their workers. It should not be a reason for them to break the law. But, most of them will hide within the ambit of the law and begin to do these things on the borderline. And but he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. That's why our regulators must continue to engage with these institutions to ensure that our workers, everyone who is a worker, enjoys the benefit of going to work. It should not be from hands to mouth, where after so many years of labor, so many years of working, at the end of your time in that organization, you are not even entitled to gratuity. You are not entitled to compensation. You are, all the years of labor will just be nothing to account for, nothing to take home.
Now, in Nigeria, there are two key things. Two things in the Nigerian space that many workers go through. There are poor working conditions. Workers often work for long hours, unpaid overtime, delayed salaries. Sometimes people get paid on the 40th, on the 45th. And then in the midst of all of this, too, there is high unemployment rates in this country. So that people rather resort to doing anything, and then different institutions will resort to exploiting workers. If the government is doing nothing about that, legal practitioners or the judiciary probably, before we run that down or run down there, some people can't even afford a lawyer. How do we solve that problem?
Well, all the issues that you have stated are covered by the law. The law is very clear that and every worker is entitled to their wages. The law is also clear that if you are going to be working overtime, you should be paid for the overtime. Having said that, we have seen that there are very glaring abuse of the law. That means that we need a more sincere regulator. We need an up and doing regulator that would protect the right of workers. Like you said, some of these workers might not have the capacity to go to court against their employers. And so that's why we need a system where there's a regulator that holds the employer accountable and ensure that there are sanctions and fines, not one that would obnob and party with the employers at the end of the day, not protect the rights of the workers. So those are the issues, and I feel that we should begin. And funny enough, it's so unfortunate that some people while in employment will be the ones upholding this aberration, this anomaly. At the end of the day, what goes around comes around. When they resign or when they retire, they now begin to face the system again. So we need to actually build proper system and structure so that this country can function.
0906-2023-907, 0906-2024-907. This morning, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at the legal perspective, including duties and enforcement, in the idea of, does the law really protect, or do you know what the law says about where you work? Do you work anywhere right now you feel as if you are not guided or protected? No welfare, and probably every other thing, working condition, you feel as if everything empowers. I think that's a question more I want to ask. Why is it that the workplace, most importantly, most times empower the employer more than the employee?
Well, yes, that's why. The law protects both parties, but the employer, considering that the employer is more liquid, the employer is most times an institution. They have the capacity to engage the provisions of the law to protect themselves. However, we have had instances where somebody will have briefed us and said that there was a workplace harassment, there was sexual harassment at work, and you say, okay, let's take a step to engage the employer and go to court. But because of pressure, because of intimidation, because of fear of being blacklisted, these employees will beat a retreat and say, oh, please, the law, let's leave it.
All right, if you have any experience in respect to what you go through at your workplace and you want to share, and you want advice on how do you think you as a worker anywhere, casual worker, you work for the government, private sector, etc., let's have your thought. Ask Barrister Ige the question right now and get the actual answer with respect to the law, duties, but part of you as an employee and what your employer does to you, and how we can help you navigate that. 0906-2023-907. 0906-2024-907. Once again, 0906-2023-907. 0906-2024-907. Now, this is another question. We have seen, the reality is painted on the ground is compliance issue. The government is probably not complying. Employers are not. Even when you go to the judiciary, sometimes who pays the best get their way out. I mean, if I work for a company, if I have more money, my lawyer can find a way out for me. And you, the employee, if you don't have the money to hire a better lawyer, you might not have your way through. So who exactly, when it comes to labor, who's abusing the law? The employer, the government, or the judiciary?
Well, for me, the judiciary is the last resort of the common man. The judiciary is there to, the court is bound to react give a decision based on what is placed before it. And we say that evidence, the preponderance of evidence wins a case. That's on one side. Now, for me, I strongly believe that the government, the employers, and even some at times employees, because we have seen instances where employees will resign without the proper notice to their employer. We have seen instances where employees would take what does not belong to them in the organization. And workplace abuses. Also, the employer would, how would you explain why would an employer not pay at the end of the month? You are delaying for about 2-3 months, which is a clear deviation from what the law provides for. That at the end, in fact, the Labour Act even states that under no circumstance should an employer owe more than 3 months consecutively. Once you do that, that's an infringement of the law. The government, we have seen quite a number of instances where people have been protesting. Just last week, the police protested that pensions have not been paid. If the government, who ordinarily should be the standard, see, there are some states, okay, well, that has improved over the years. But, there was a time that workers of certain states were not paid for 6 months, for 1 year. The government should be the standard. They are the ones championing. It's the executive arm of the government, for God's sake, who is supposed to protect, enforce the law, and you are breaking it. So what capacity or on what ground would you stand and begin to condemn people who are in the private sector?
That's the point I was trying to drive it so.
So those are the issues. We actually need everybody, because this is not the time to pass the buck
over.
Everybody should comply with the provisions of the law. We should treat our workers fairly. We should ensure that workers, he who works, should be entitled to his pay. They must have a safe work environment.
Now, one of the callers earlier today from Ikorodu, his name, I can't quickly recall here again, Evans. Yes, Evans says, one of the challenges with the employing system or the workplace at present in Nigeria is that economic realities are biting on a lot of people. Salaries and wages, increasing them does not solve the problem, because even if you increase, the purchasing power drops. Welfare, that is what they mentioned. They said in the past, we grew up in Lagos. There were packages more like low-cost housing that you give for public works, etc. Why? Okay, I think another caller, Anita, said she grew up in a barracks where police officers serve for 38 or 36 how many years, and then they retire. The next day, they dump them out of, the police barracks. Don't you think the government or even private sectors at present should be thinking about welfare so that life after that workplace is not a nightmare?
Well, for any serious organization or institution, the workers are the ones who work in the organization and drive the business. Your priority should be, yes, your customers, then your workers, because they are the ones who will do the work.
True.
Now, I haven't laid that background. What it means is that the government's employers, serious organizations anyway, would ensure that their workforce is adequately taken care of. But what we have found over the years in the government sector is that corruption, there are provisions, but years back, you look at the barracks, the barracks were well built, well maintained, could be, but today, nobody would, when they ask you to live in the barracks, it's like a punishment. Look at the railway, the NRC then at that time had houses virtually in all the states where their workers could stay. Now, what has happened? Most of these lands have been sold, have been converted. People who have retired, who ordinarily should have left the apartment, have converted it to their private holdings. Buildings were put up in places like Surulere, the axis of Ogambasi and those areas, where workers who worked in the federal ministry or even the state government had apartments. Subsequent governments came in, they stopped building. But they were having more workers. So those are the issues. We need to continue to build structures. We need to, because if your workers are not satisfied, and that's the problem, you will see, most times you see the policeman virtually everywhere you go. When the moment you're at a traffic light, at the police, you are seeing officers bowing, shaking their head. Why? Because they expect you to give them some form of
so that's more like collecting their pension in advance, because they are not assured of it.
Yes, that's the problem. Because their take-home pay is no longer take-home. And when you don't expect, we set our system, we have a system that is not functional. There is no way corruption will end if our workers are not properly taken care of. You say that your worker whom you have not paid salary for so many months, you expect them to begin to take money and take it to the bank. No, who does that? They will pocket it, and because when push becomes shove, you have to protect yourself. It's inevitable. These people will begin to steal. Police officers will continue to collect bribe and accept bribe if somebody who has to take care of his uniform, somebody who has to, even the statement from Obairo has to buy it from his pocket.
Or the police officer, I think the one that just got dismissed recently, that says they even buy uniforms themselves. Okay, because of our time, where can the Nigerian workers channel the agitation or complaints when abused?
All right. There are three channels for that. The first one is, we have the Federal Ministry of Labor. Over the years, if you do a petition to them or you make a report, they would
quick response.
Yes. That's
what it lies.
Yes. It varies.
Because bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy at times can. And at times, most of them obnob with the employers. So when they are expected to met out sanctions, they are hesitant. Because when you go there, building or AC provided by so organization, you understand? Somebody that provided AC for you and
you can't go fight them. Exactly.
No, so those are the issues.
Then for people like the police, I have one of my regular colleagues, one of the police is a police officer, retired right now, but says that there is zero compensation for them. They're still fighting for the pension. What do they do? Well,
they can go to court because the law is very clear. The labor laws has provisions for that. We also have the Employers' Compensation Act, which talks about compensation, workplace injury, hazard occasioned by your work. The law is very clear that if you're on your way to work and an accident occurred, you are entitled to certain compensation by the law. So these provisions are covered by the law. For everyone who has been agitated, aside from the Federal Ministry of Employment, you can also go to the courts. And the court, which is a court last law, as a matter of fact, we have what we call the National Industrial Court. The duty of the NIC is to deal with employer-employee relationship. That's what they do. That's what those courts are set up in every state of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Now, quickly go, because I have 6 minutes to go. There are loopholes, therefore, that many institutions are exploiting to exploit workers. What is the way forward in patching these loopholes and implementing better labor laws so that workers can have a better life and a more secure Nigeria?
Number one, strong regulator. If we don't, because the moment we don't have a strong regulator who is unbiased, who is not ready to do his job, to stand up to his duty, then we have a problem. Because ordinarily, you see there are certain instances that you see a big institution transporting their workers in open trucks.
Trucks, yes.
What's the duty of the regulator? It's not my duty as a lawyer to begin to shout about this. You don't even need a petition before you react. That's why you see that we have a weakness in our regulatory system. Number two is that I strongly believe that we need a parastatal or an agency that is devoid of bureaucracy, that serves as a watchdog, that is empowered to mete out sanctions, fines, if possible, go to court and get the employer to do the needful. The unions too must be more concerned about the welfare of their workers, avoid politics as much as they can, and protect their people.
All right.
Once that is done,
thank you. So let's have this quick fire question. It's a yes or no question. Quick fire. Good. Is the Nigerian government at present doing everything to protect its workers? Yes or no?
No.
Is the Nigerian government doing everything as to speak to protect the interests of the welfare of Nigerian police?
No.
Are doctors in Nigeria, as we speak, having all the necessary welfare?
No.
What do you call it? Soldiers having all the necessary welfare as workers for Nigeria?
No.
Are teachers getting all the protections necessary?
No.
Are private companies, as we speak, protecting the interests of individual workers?
No.
Are lawyers assisting employers and employers to make the workplace only profit the employer and not the employee?
No.
All right, so quick one, 4 minutes to go. Just 30 seconds for each of the response. For the government, what is your advice?
the government should protect its workers because power is transient. Life is transient. If you don't build a proper structure, when you leave, you will still come and face your own koboko.
For employers,
do the work well. Ensure that you place a demand that your rights be protected. Most people don't ask for what is right. You are entitled, you get to a place of work, they don't give you a letter of employment as per the provisions of the law, and you keep saying, oh, let me manage. No, if your wages are not paid, complain. If the workplace, if there's no safety at the workplace, complain. If you see something, say something. We must stop the habit of being docile.
All right, for lawyers.
Well, for lawyers, I strongly...
Final trap.
Yes, for me, I feel that as lawyers, of course, we want to law is a business.
Yes,
you want to be able to feed your family. But I want to encourage more lawyers to do pro bono. Let's see how we can assist employees whose rights have been breached. I know there are a lot of lawyers who have flouted foundations to cover these kind of areas, but I strongly believe that we can still do more. We shout out, we continue to complain and condemn when we see such things.
All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This morning we're having discussion with, if you've listened to those Citizens Expression this morning, the idea therefore is that the Nigerian workspace should be the one, not just about increasing the salaries of others, but protecting the interests of every Nigerian, because at the end of the day, the Nigerian workers, they are the foundation of our economic progress. This morning we're having a moment with our very own barrister in the house, Barrister Ige this morning, who is also a public policy analyst. If you are in the studio, you will know you have seen the hands, a lot of energy. Thank you for coming, Barrister. We've been discussing protecting the Nigerian worker, legal rights, duties, and enforcement. Thank you, Barrister.
Thank you.
And I hope lawyers are also on holidays today. I pray a case does not come out right now. All right, have a fantastic day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's the interview this morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are still here on Rise Up Lagos Champion 90.7 FM. Don't sleep, ladies and gentlemen. They're saying Yoruba Masun because we're switching over to the next level. The next level right now, the next level you have is our second phase of the interview. When the law is over, the most important thing is your health. Your health. How do you protect your health, ladies and gentlemen? They say health is wealth. So if you know what you need to protect yourself or keep yourself alive, you may simply be a worker, on the other side of life. Don't go nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. Next minute, 1 or 2 minutes, we'll be back for our next interview this morning. And that is about the health of many of us who are workers right here. I hope that even here at Champion 90.7 FM, they are listening to this health matter because it is very important. Anyway, all right, the subject for discussion very soon is going to be health. All right, very soon, ladies and gentlemen, the subject for discussion will be healthy workers, strong nation, addressing stress in today's economy. Don't go nowhere.
You don't need a reason. Let the day go on and on. Let the rain fall down everywhere around you. Give it to it now. Let the day surround you. You don't need a reason. Let the rain go on and on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is still Champion 90.7 FM, and we are still celebrating the workers here today. Like I say in Lagos, Lagos workers are the Chilopia workers. Today is a day to sleep, eat, enjoy themselves. But most importantly, Lagos workers are always scared of Monday because when Monday comes, it's work, 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 work. Like they're listening to Rihanna's work, 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 work. But all work, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest thing or the biggest challenge in the Nigerian workplace is that we keep on working and we do not know that there is one key factor that is a danger to our life if we don't know how to manage it, and that is stress. Ladies and gentlemen, this very special morning, we have the subject for discussion on this International Workers' Day. We're talking about healthy workers, strong nation. That means the foundation of a strong nation will be healthy workers. How do we address the issue of stress in today's economy? This morning, we're very pleased to have joining us a health educator. Professional, yes, joining us this morning for that discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, we have here Mrs. Adeleke Oluwafisayomi. Yes, I hope God does that to me too, after this very special moment. Mommy, it's good to have you.
Good morning. Good morning, Nigerians.
All right, Nigeria, Lagos, this is the moment. Many of us, we work. We just keep on working and working and working and working and working. So, Ma, we keep on working, but we do not know that we are stressed. In fact, let's come here. Let me start with the statement made by a former governor of Kaduna State, Rufai, who said that if you live in Lagos and it's time for God to compensate someone in heaven, Lagosians have already gone through hell because of the amount of stress we have experienced in Lagos. What is the stress level like in Lagos?
Well, thank you so much for having me this morning. Well, the stress level of Lagosian is 100%, 100%, even increase more than that, because every day we face stress. We face stress. Sincerely, talk about the logistics, moving from one location to other, tax, and all of that is really stressful for Nigerians and especially Lagosians.
Now, what are contributing factors that have resulted to a high level of stress amongst many of us in this part of the world?
All right. Well, stress in itself is a physiological and psychological body response to demand that feel greater than the resources readily available for it. And one of those things that causes the stress, the way of life, the workload, economic problem, economic insecurity, inflations of expenses here and there, family issues, workplace imbalance are one of those things that contribute to stress.
Now, I'll take three of them. One of them is economic realities. Nigeria now, a lot of people are going through what one of my friends calls premium shege,
That's very true.
Times are really hard.
Yeah.
And fathers are really biting down. I mean, fathers are really going through all of that. Are there health implications when we don't check this?
Yeah, I'll be true. There are health implications. The most important thing is for us to be able to manage our stress. We can't live out of stress because stress itself on its own, it's a natural thing. And God created it and for us to have ability to meet up to our tasks. But it's supposed to be well managed. When this stress hormones stay too long in our body, then they begin to cause health issues from lack of sleep, insomnia, ability, not being able to manage situations around you, and it can definitely lead to hypertension. It can definitely lead to hormonal imbalances and weakness and tiredness and anger on its own. Just get angry for no reason and not being able to manage. So it's very important for us that as much as we are stressed, we have the capacity to manage them.
Now, I'm going to swerve over to doctors. Just some days ago, I have a doctor friend, Dr. Edna here, who said that doctors are going through more stress than even patients are, as we speak. One of the doctors in Delta State recently got beaten around January, and then I think he died a week or two ago. Resident doctors, they just cut off the strike, and then one of the slogans for doctors is save the doctor before you save the patient. Now, are doctors really stressed?
Wow, doctors are really going through stress. And one of the reasons why doctors are going through stress is because they do not have enough power, no manpower, as we talk. And it starts from the government himself, the regulatory body. I was reading yesterday in the internet that the NMA themselves have removed the cap, the control that limits the numbers of doctors we produce in Nigeria. The numbers of doctors we produce in Nigeria per year is not enough for these populations we have. And you see doctors sitting in their consulting room attached to about 100 patients per day. It's too much. It's a lot. I want to tell you sincerely that doctors are really undergoing stress.
Now, one of the greatest challenge also in this part of the world is mental stress.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which translates into others.
Exactly.
I know you will talk about that, the idea of mental stress. Do we have that mental health support we can tap into when issues of mental stress come into play?
Yes, they are available, but the only problem we have is most people do not diagnose or recognize that they are going through mental stress. Most times we think it is spiritual battles. Sometimes we think it is because of one enemy or the other. We don't usually translate some of the symptoms that we have with medical conditions. And I won't blame us, because that is the way the environment, the culture, when there is any negativity, it is one enemy and one factor here and there without going for medical checkup. Of a truth, when you go to medical facilities, if a doctor is able to diagnose you that you are having mental health issue, he should or she should refer you or to a specialist who will be able to definitely get through all that. And apart from that, Nigerians usually believe that seeking help or counselor is a sign of weakness, which is not, they believe is a sign of weakness for any man.
We don't want to see it. Like, we don't want to see it.
They believe it's a sign of weakness, that person is not good, is not strong, is a weaker, is a weaker, he does not have capacity to be fit to life. And, these things are things that actually affect us, and most people go down even with it because they could not seek help.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us this morning, this is our interview session. Remember, today is International Workers' Day. And one of those key things we do today, we just had the legal perspective of how to protect the interests of the Nigerian workers. Now our focus is that what makes Nigeria strong is our health, a healthy life, and a stronger nation. The big question, therefore, is, which is the core of it? How do you manage stress in a country that is already stressing you? All right, 0906-2023-907, 0906-2024-907. Let's have your thoughts. How do you think you have been managing stress? And then we have the health instructor here. What do you think you need to do to manage the workload of stress you're going through in your office space right now? The number is to call 0906-2023-907. 0906-2024-907. Once again, 0906-2023-907. 0906-2024-907. All right. Just some days ago, a mother took her daughter to a jam center, and then while the child was busy writing the jam, the mother collapsed. There have been many cases of people who just, I think about a week ago, a young man was running in the morning and then he collapsed, etc. All of these, some people say, is just, it keeps piling. How do we know that stress is really piling in the body?
Well, one thing is very important. As much as we want to live, it is very important for us to put our health at check. One of the advice I would give is that, especially Nigerians, we should seek medical attention on time. Thank God for the way at which the health facilities are managing now. We have a Lagos State Health Insurance Scheme, 15,000 naira per year.
All right, let's quickly take this caller.
Yes.
Yes, hello, good morning, Lagos.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Polangi from
Oh, Caro. Good morning. Happy Workers' Day.
Thank you.
All right. Share your thoughts or your question, opinion. Yes.
In a situation whereby you wake up, you go out in the morning, not too long, you start feeling dizzy. Can we term that as stress?
Yes, you can definitely term it to be stress because you have had long hours of rest, sleeping, and when you wake up, you expect to be strong and refreshed. But if it is not that, you're feeling tired after you've woken up from bed, and you go to work, you are not fit to work. Definitely, one way or the other, you are under stress and you need medical attention. So it is better you go to the hospital. They do investigations and definitely give you an health assistance.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for calling. 0906-2023-907. Call now, ask now. Because me, I'm not a doctor, I'm a conductor. In the year now. 0906-2023-907. 0906-2024-907. Let's have the next caller right now. Good morning, Lagos.
Good morning, this is Mr. Evans.
Evans. Ikorodu man.
Yeah.
All right, let's have your question now. Let's go.
I'm not asking a question because in my own side, I'm living fine.
Okay.
But I wanna contribute to the doctor. Moreover, I'm just wishing doctor happy Workers' Day.
Happy Workers' Day.
And I believe that the doctors are too much overstressed than the patient. The reason why I say this is that you look at the budgetary allocation of the Ministry of Health. It's not something to write home about.
I agree with you.
Exactly.
Yes. Moreover, again, the doctors are going strike because of inability for the government to fulfill their promise to work the doctors. And that makes it a shortage of our permanent doctors in Nigeria seeking for a greener pastures abroad. If you look at all these things, you want to use this as a yardstick to measure the issue. In my interest is to know that the government are not doing so much, as you said. In fact, in a foreign policy, in other foreign countries, the budget allocation on health is very huge than in our Nigerian budget. They do budget on other things that is not relevant. Health is very important to us. Health is very important to every individual in Nigeria. And moreover, the government, state government, the local government, look at the primary health center all over the nation. It's not something to write about. Look at our various hospitals. It's not something to write home about. So what are we talking about? The government needs to put more budgetary allocation, huge budgetary allocation on health.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I have a short time for my interview. Thank you very much, sir. Point made, already taken. We can make all of this discussion right now, but I only have 30 minutes on this show. I have 15 minutes to go. 0906-2023-907, 0906-2024-907. The ground is here right now. Ask all the questions. Good morning, Lagos.
Good morning, Lagos.
All right, fantastic. Let's go, sir.
Yes, the doctor have earlier said in your show this morning. The people supposed to protect, take care of is the doctors and the police officer. And I know the person in the studio to emphasize on this Lagos thing saying they are paid 50,000. I think it's better than all these public hospitals. Private software at times. If you can elaborate on that one.
So okay. Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you. All right. Let's have more callers right now, ladies and gentlemen. 0906-2023-907, 0906-2024-907. This very special morning. All right, ma'am. She's asking a question. Is it Ilera Eco that is called?
Yes, I was actually trying to inform the public that as small as 15,000 naira, your health can be covered for a year under Lagos State Health Insurance Scheme, and this gives you access to visit the hospital of your choice that you that you choose to be able to get yourself examined at any time that you want. There's no limit to the time you can access the hospital, so that we don't keep ourselves at home and allow unnecessary things.
Is it more like an NHIS or something?
Yes, it's an health insurance scheme.
So with just 15,000 naira.
Exactly.
Is it a government? Is it?
Yes, it's a Lagos State health scheme.
But that's not Hilera Eco, is it?
It is. The only version is that they have it in the English version way and the Yoruba version way.
So the
Yoruba we definitely call it Hilera Eco. Because the English people will call it Lagos State health insurance scheme. It's still the same.
15K. Now
exactly.
it's only some that works with public hospitals or even in private hospitals.
Of course, both public hospitals and private hospitals.
Now, in the midst of all of this, while doctors are trying to manage our stress, doctors are running away from the country.
Well, of the truth, they will, because just as the caller mentioned that our resources are available, is not really nothing. It's not really nothing to compare with what is available over there, and everybody is looking for greener pastures. So when you don't value what you have, you may definitely lose it, and that's what we are facing now in Nigeria.
All right. The Nigerian workers, minutes ago, we were discussing with a legal practitioner on the challenges many Nigerian workers are facing, and one of them is overworking.
Exactly.
Overworking. I mean, some persons don't see the sun in their houses. They leave before the sun rises, and they come back when the sun is gone, and they don't see their kids for the whole week. Just work. Are there really true effects? I mean, of what are the side effects? Are there real health effects? Probably you can mention that one that is really affecting many persons, obviously in Lagos. Manage stress level. What is that biggest side effect that we usually don't notice too quick, and when we notice too late?
Well, one of the biggest one is that the high rate of hypertension in Nigeria now is very high. We see hypertension even with people of 20-something years, 25 years, 30 years.
Hypertension at 25?
At 25 years in Nigeria now. The high rate of hypertension is very, very high, and is a concern for us. That what exactly has changed from the days of our parents and now. Before, you usually have a history of hypertension with people that are above 50, 60, 70. But unfortunately, we have it in younger people now. So the high rate of that hypertension is a concern and is a call for us to really, really check our life and make adjustments as fast as possible. So hypertension rate is high, diabetes rate is high, obesity now is even high, because it's not about eating good food. Sometimes when you eat bad diet, you may end up not having good digestion, and you get bloated, and the person is just getting fat, and there's no healthy life at all. And you find that the high rate of people not having enough sleep is really also a cause to stress for them. People don't have good place to sleep, especially those people that work in island. They just look for one place to just lie down. It's not as if they are on their bed, Some in Lagos, as we are, some people do bed rosters, accommodation rosters. You are there in the day, in the night you move out to me, I will come to that room. These are the lifestyle of Lagosians or even Nigerians are really, really unhealthy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard the thought, you heard the story. 26-year-olds now have hypertension. And to the HOP, you hear the story right now. I should not be sitting for too long. Because Obey is no more in the city. You can have Obey village, so be very careful. All right, Lagosians, you heard that right now. The workload level, stress level, at present, the real-time killer right now for many workers is hypertension. At 26, 30 plus, people have that right now. And the challenge with hypertension, no matter how much revolution you've made in medicine at present, is there is still no cure for that.
Exactly.
Whew, God of mercy. 0906-2023-907, 0906-2024-907. What do you think the government in a bigger picture should rather be doing in solving stress-related activities for Nigerian workers?
Number one that I see is good housing facility for Nigerians. Good housing facility is very important.
For the working Nigerians.
For the working Nigerians. When you have a home, a house where you are returning to, that is a kind of relief for you. Number two is to regulate the housing rates. There is need for us to regulate the housing rate in Nigeria. People living within this region, it will definitely relieve the economic stress that is given to workers. If in a month, in a year, all total, your total income is about 2 million, and your rent rate for that accommodation is about 1.8. So what are you doing for a whole year? So the housing rate needs to be regulated, or government provide more housing facility for workers to relieve their stress. Then secondly, a mobility facility can also, amenities can also be provided in such a way that workers has logistics available for them, moving from one region to the other without any stress for them. You have a place where you pick up and you have a place where you drop off. It's very important for workers, and I pray that God will help us in God will help us in Nigeria. And thirdly, that I think there is to increase the resources and availability of health system. You make health facility available for the workers. I think it's very important. I think most private organizations do that, but you find out that there are still limitations here and there. That those limitations needs to be addressed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've listened to this fantastic discourse this morning. I know everywhere you are right now is more like, what do you call it, a health miracle is touching you. So we're not spreading the message of be healed, we're spreading the message of be aware. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning I've had a fantastic moment right now, 7 minutes to the end of the show, the end of this interview this morning with Mrs. Adeleke Oluwafisayomi this morning, sharing the thought as a health educator or advocate this morning, telling Lagosians this morning, most importantly for the government. Since we're in this part of this world right now, the Lagos State government, I think that message is for you. Mr. Governor, this message, you can hear that loud and clear. Let's quickly take this caller. Good morning, Lagos.
Hello, guys. Please, I need let me call that phone number slowly, please.
All right, that will be at the end of my show. Thank you very much for this interview session. All right, madam. So the message therefore is for the Lagos State. I understand that Ilera is already available for Lagosians, but let's have more awareness so that Lagosians can know that this thing is available and accessible to them. All right, now away from the government to the employers, which is where the challenge is. Private institutions most time do not protect the health of individual workers. Many of the things you just mentioned right now, no buses to take them, nowhere to rest their heads, among all of these things, including the fact that many persons work on more work, less pay at that point. What do you think the state governments, or most importantly, corporate institutions should be doing right now to help manage the life and stress of the worker? I understand the idea that when a worker drops, another replaces them. But human life, at least, is important.
Well, one of the first things that we advise in Lagos now, or as an employer, is to create education for your workers. Sometimes it's not just that the employers are not doing what they should do, but sometimes the workers also mismanage what they have. When you already know your worth, you live within your means. You have a lot of workers living outside their means. They set some target for themselves that they cannot meet, that their salary cannot carry. They put themselves in unnecessary competition that will definitely stress their income. We need to educate our workers to of course, set their life right. That is the first thing. When you set your life right, then you can now make good use of whatever is available for you. Because whatever we say, whatever is available is whatever is available. And what is available is what you can make use of. It's better you make good use of what is available than making aspiration of what is not readily available for you. So I would say that on a workers' day like this, organizations should set out a workshop for their workers, because knowledge is more powerful than wealth.
Fantastic. All right, let's come to the one where we don't need to even go to the government. Let's come to our family.
All right.
Exercise, diet, proper food, proper sleep. Now men don't sleep. you know, they will tell you, don't snooze,
Yes.
don't sleep.
Of course.
Especially the Gen Z generation right now.
Exactly.
They want to cash out. They tell you, gym and so. So, what is proper? Where's the place of regular exercise and proper dieting in our personal life? How does that help us to manage no matter how much stress we experience?
All right. Well, as an individual that you want to continue to live and you want to live well, yeah, we advise that you take responsibility for your health and your life. One of those things that you can do is sleep well. You see what this gadget has done to us. The gadget has not come to do any bad to us, especially our phone, all these electronic gadgets. They don't mean harm, but we don't manage them well. We don't make good use of them. We use them in a wrong way. We stay long with them on our bed when we're supposed to be sleeping. As an individual, please make your schedule while you check your meals so that you don't run out of your time. You don't make bad use of those
So
time.
for that one,
Yeah.
to sleep, normal sleeping hours, how many hours?
8 hours
8
ideally.
hours. Does that include how much sleep you have in the afternoon or just normal night sleep?
Normal night sleep.
8 hours.
Exactly.
Leko, you know.
It's possible. It's possible. It's possible.
All right, straight to dieting.
All right.
Sorry,
Well-
for balanced diet. Let's go.
Now, diet is there's a lot of challenges in Nigeria due to high cost of food around us and managing this food, because we have different kinds of products that you can't even trust where they are coming from. I will advise that good food are not really expensive. It is your mentality. Good food are not really expensive. You know, sometimes when we talk about good food, there was a time I was trying to educate some group of people about balanced diet. And they were so surprised when I said that you can eat a balanced diet with just minimum of 2,000. They were wondering what exactly was I
Exactly,
talking
what's
about.
the combo?
So I still agree. I still stand on my point that good food are not really expensive. The only thing that we want to do is eating to overflow, you know, and normally, ideally, we are not supposed to eat to full. That is it. Because when you eat to full, you will be stressing your internal organ. And definitely, it will definitely lead to obesity.
So eat portions.
Appropriate portion. When we're talking about balanced diet, we cannot say you are eating all classes of food in a massive portion. You have to eat it in an adequate portion. When you see some portion that they give to some people, they will say it is not even enough. You know,
Rice 1.5.
So I would say that let's try to cook our food. Let's ensure that we put vegetables in our food, and let's ensure that we hydrate ourselves. You know, a lot of Nigerians don't drink water. They don't drink. They drink the maximum water that people take in a day is maybe 2 bottles of water. It's not enough for us. Let's go about with our waters in our bag and let's hydrate ourselves.
So finally, exercise.
Exercise. Well, you don't necessarily need to go to gym to be fit. That's the truth. When you walk around, you walk around your compound, you walk around your environment, it's enough for the day. You don't really need to go to gym before you say you are fit. You know, avoid being sedentary. You don't need to sit for a long time. You can take a walk. Then apart from that, when you wake up, do some stretches and then you'll be okay. You don't really need to go to
All right,
gym.
ladies and gentlemen, we've just had a fantastic moment. Get all the stories. I hope many of you were taking notes anywhere you are right now. Don't stop believing that 2K rice and 200 meat is balanced diet. Eat in portions. I don't want to see Mountain Everest type of food. Take it easy and then move. Always move. Inertia is not a state of health. Motion is a state of health. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, ma'am. Miss Adeleke, this morning. I hope this Adeleke is the Adeleke that will make me follow mommy and say, hey, mommy, Ileya. All right, thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me.
Happy Workers' Day. And to every doctor out there doing what you do, we appreciate them and God bless them.
Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're still on the show this very special morning. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for that. When we come back this morning, it's going to be straight to the pieces of stories. And the key story when we come back is simple. What is that song you want me to give you? It's Agbedu Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Masun G, let's go 100%. This moment, ladies and gentlemen, I am away from the interviews right now. It is Operation Let's Groove, Operation Let's Have Fun, Operation Let's Gbedu. Yeba! Show me the level, show me the level, show me the level. Wouldn't be. One time, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm dropping the first song right now, and after that, you can request for your song. This very special Friday, Gbedu edition is about grooving. And happy Workers' Day. I'm going to play a song for the workers. Let's party this morning. Where will you be partying later today? Are you clubbing tonight? Invite me, show me where it is. Are you going to have a lot of fun tonight? Show me where the Nkwobi is, my brother. Let us do it together. Those people that promised me 1 yam and a half, we not see the yam. We not see them. They brought the yam from the north already. I have not seen it. I am waiting for it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take the first song for the day, and then you can call this very moment, and I'll give you the song of your choice. The numbers to call, you know them: 0906 20 23 907, 0906 20 24 907. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's switch over to electricity. All right, let's take the next call. Good morning, Lagos.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Your management.
Sir?
These champions.
Yes.
God will bless them. God bless you.
Amen.
As I said before, I want to know you. I want somebody to interview you. You are too much. all my section now have changed. Or 2 weeks ago, that I know this one. You make me happy. You make my day.
Thank you.
You laugh. You know the best. Who are you? Who are you, please?
All right.
You are not very man.
Thank you. I appreciate you, sir.
Mr. Jones is coming.
All right. Yes. Thank you. I know you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, switching over. Let's go some music. Implication. Let's go. Urabi. Yeah. One time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Shake it, electricity. Get up.
Till infinity, steady on a different beat. Love is very sweet, but first you must get the moolah. Na poverty, now you make it my worry. Nobody go sign, shake it. You know everything I do is nobody else concerned. Sure you go come on, and I see darkness all around me, but I know I'm the light. Shake, shake, shake. I feel your vibration. Fine girl on motion. Beautiful temptation. Bad girl on rotation. Shake, baby. Tonight, electricity. Vibes on a frequency. 'Cause I tell you, the Makulaya. Steady on a different beat. Oh.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
My name is Temi from Ogun State.
Temi from Ogun State. What song do you want me to play for you?
Ashake.
Ashake.
Ashake song.
Any Ashake song, Abby? Okay, you have it. You have it. All right, happy Workers' Day. Thank God it's Friday.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Two-Face. Enter the place. Any Ashake, getting ready, ladies and gentlemen. What song do you want me to play for you? Just 10 minutes. Let's do that right now for the next, now and 10 o'clock. 0906 2023 907. 0906 2024 907. Once again, 0906 20 23 907 0906 2024 907. Let's go. Yes, hello, good morning.
Hello, this is Evans Taylor.
Evans, I'm with you.
Yeah, please give me music for Nigeria.
What song is that?
Which Way for Nigeria by Sonny Okosi.
Which Way Nigeria. All right, thank you very much for calling. That is going to be given you. Let's take the next right now. Good morning, Lagos.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Zico. I'm calling from Ojodu Bega.
Ojodu Bega. Let's go. What song do you want me to give you?
Olamide, sir.
Olamide. Which of the Olamides? Anyone?
Yes, sir. Anyone, sir.
Okay, no, I like call it. Call it. Let's go, Lagos. Next level. Good morning, Lagos.
Good morning, Taiwo.
Yes, sir. Good morning. What song do you want me to play for you? Any Sonny Ade. Ah. Sonny Ade Masukuma wo gari ti won.
Just come party with my friends. It's Saturday. All the things that you they like, make you know for sure. Say you go there. We gon' make them happen like say today now. Everybody Friday. This time party you go rock 'em. Only but once in a
All right, the caller said he wants any Ashake, and so I'm giving you Ashake's Terminator. Ashake Terminator, my son, ladies and gentlemen, wake up. Bedu edition. Let's go, Lagos. Enter the play, ladies and gentlemen. Ashake already dropping right now. Let's go, Lagos.
Ololade mi Ashake.
come to talk, I don't be killer. This your love me getting me for my body. I want light man with my battle. This your color no be fake oh my banana, oh my banana, oh my banana. Show me power, give me power, and let me love my life. It's my life, it's my life, my Sudana. Cause you dey amazing, you dey amazing, your body amazing, don't be late, don't keep me waiting, no procrastinating, terminator, don't get agreement, no terminating, me right now, you darling, come on right now, Father, more kind of, family, mother, baby, you can share my no, I'm a pretty great, I do my village, Mr. Money, move up, give me my cross, my village.
Hello, good morning. Yes, hello, sir. Hello. All right, when you're live. Yes, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Shona calling from Yawon.
Tomiwa calling from where?
Calling from Ireland.
All right, Tomiwa, what song do you want me to play for you, Tomiwa?
Chioma, not Tomiwa, Chioma.
Huh?
Chioma, not Tomiwa,
Oh,
Chioma.
Chioma, yeah, Chioma, let's go. Chioma, what song do you want me to play for you?
Play any of African China songs for me.
African China. Ah. What's that song we sang that day? Your enemy, you're gonna be your best friend. Something like that, Avi. Okay. All right, let's go, Chama. Yes, happy Workers' Day, Chama. Let's go. Yay! Olamide! 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 Yes, good morning, Lagos.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
This from Arena, please. I need a song from Raskimono.
Raskimono. Any Raskimono. Okay.
Raskimono.
Okay, you got it. Happy Workers' Day. Let's go. Olamide. All right, you can request your song right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're minutes away. 0906 2023 907. 0906 2024 907. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
I like that way you do that thing. I love you so much, are you doubting? Say if you wanna get that one, I flip flows away, I flip my money from Naira to Rans, Naira to Pounds. I'm killing the beats, I'm digging the ground. People the best cause they want to dance, they want to feel the groove and the band. I need them, make them.
No call your party on.
All right, Chioma, your song is coming.
Stopping criticism.
African China, no condition is permanent.
Cause nobody knows tomorrow. Oh yeah, not take the shop and they do the laugh. No condition is permanent. But not take the shop and they do the laugh. Oh, cause all fingers are not equal. China not take the shop and they do the laugh. No condition is permanent.
Yes, hello, good morning. Yes, hello, good morning.
Hello.
I can hear you. Good morning.
Taiwo.
Yes, sir.
Where is my Sonny Adena?
I go play now. Somebody request before you now. I go play now.
No, this is Chairman. I requested.
No worry, Chairman. I want my baby. Leave her alone.
Okay.
All right, no worries. Coming after now.
Oh yeah, not take the shop and they do the laugh. No condition is permanent. But not take the shop and they do the laugh. Oh, cause all fingers are not equal. China not take the shop and they do the laugh. No condition is permanent. But not take the shop and they do the laugh. Oh, cause all fingers are not equal. No laugh, some people will be say no get. Brother making on the best, say because you not get. If I they owe debt, not be from your pocket. Waiting they make you, not they mind your business. I they do conductor, no job for now. I they drive Okada, brother life no beyond. Waiting they make you, not they mind your business. So not take my job, oh, begin they laugh me. Oh yeah, not take the job and they do the laugh. No condition is permanent. But not take the job and they do the laugh. Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Agbedu Edition. Sonny Ade dropping right now. Aye me, but they can never see my back to the ground. Chama, I've given you your song. Enjoy the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God it's Friday. Chama from the island requesting African China. Those ones are the real people service song. And now we go over, ladies and gentlemen, to Aye me by Sonny Ade. Energy upon energy. Thank God it's Friday. What song do you want me to play you, ladies and gentlemen, for the weekend? I have barely 10 minutes to go and end the show today. Let's have your show, your thought right now. Right now, good morning, Lagos.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Jadi from Owurushi.
Let's go. What song do you want me to play for you?
Play me Devil Wears White by Harrison.
By Pato Rankin, Devil Wears White.
Yeah.
You put the new song, sir. All right, thank you. By Pato Rankin. Gbẹ́sẹ̀. Ó yá, ìjọ́yàjọ́, ìrẹsì.
Ayé ń retí ẹlẹ́yàmí.
Ẹlẹ́yàmí kẹ̀.
Wọ́n retí ẹlẹ́yàmí o lójoojúmọ́. Wọ́n ti kóra ọjọ́ o láti pẹ̀gàn mi.
Yéèbà!
Ilé àdúrà lójoojúmọ́. Wọ́n rí mi lọ́nà ilé àdúrà wọ́n máa pẹ̀gàn mi. Wọ́n ló tún ti ń lọ.
Owúdà! Yéèbà! Bàbà! Let's go!
retí ẹlẹ́yà mi ò lójoojúmọ́. Wọ́n ti kóra wọn jọ ò láti pẹ̀gàn mi. Wọ́n ní mi ò mọ̀jú lé àdúrà lójoojúmọ́. Orí mi lọ́nà ilé àdúrà wọn máa pẹ̀gàn mi. Wọ́n ló tún ti ń lọ. Wọ́n ní olójúlógodò bí iná rọ̀gọ̀dọ̀ lórí gbèsè. Ẹ̀wá wọn ní ìranù ajẹ́ ìyàwó. Ó máa tún ti ń lọ. Wọ́n tún máa bú mi pé bàbá àdúrà rọra mi àgbẹ̀sẹ̀. Èmi náà ń bá wíyẹn o Ọlọ́run. Ṣó wàá máa wò mí níran. Máa jẹ́ kókun ayé bò mí mọ́lẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kánú mi gbọ́rọ̀ lójú ọ̀tá mi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lè sọ fún wọn pé wọ́n nìkan lọ́ba ńlá. Lójú ẹlẹ́gàn bàbá pọ́n mi lé. Lójú wọn dákun dá mi lọ́lá lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Èyí ni mo fẹ́ o Ọlọ́run mi. Dákun wá gbé mi níyà o. Nítorí pé.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the next level right now. Devil Wears White by Pato Ranking. Ladies and gentlemen, the song is coming right now. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. 0906 202 3907.
Why you they give am pain?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can request your songs. Let me give you that at 10 minutes away to the end of the show right now. Lagos, good morning. Yes, hello. Yes, hello, good morning.
Bro, no, you've not played my song now.
What's your song, sir?
Raskimono, or Changes by Tupac, or Blackface, or anyone just play.
Okay,
just play.
Changes by Tupac. Okay, I'll give you any of them.
Blackface, Blackface.
Okay,
Or
okay.
Raskimono, as I said earlier.
Okay, okay,
Thank
okay.
you.
All right.
Oluwa stand fair for my back, yeah. When them planning for my back, yeah. Now only God there for my back, oh. Eje Jesu lo tell me why. Oluwa stand firm for my back, oh. Say I no go lack, oh. Anointing oil, yeah, I dey shackle. Even them who say they wear white.
Sometimes they shine like light.
Even them who say they wear white.
At times they pull up like pride, oh.
Even them who say they wear
Now
white.
the ginger why I carry put me on top of my own boss. Gaga, she might come on no go ever stop. Hey, this game is not for learners. Brother, use your upper. Conny man been very conny man. I'm on a mini man. Critical, they fly in Bolivia or Panama. The boy will hustle for a rubber stand for body bag. Yeah, when they my side, I pay me, they call their gun. When she don't go for the liquor club, I coach her up. Even pussy where them drop my nigga, brother, it too small. You know, says nigga, this one no be too facey, dibia. This bullet enter, the shooter cast on VAR. If them don't call, I don't follow my compass, I woto.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, officially taken. We go straight to the next level right now, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Blackface right now. The song already coming to you live right here. Blackface song, What a Feeling. I hope you have a beautiful feeling today. All workers sitting at home, everybody chilling and enjoying themselves. The song is coming right now, ladies and gentlemen. What song do you want me to play for you? 5 minutes away. So that means I will go sit down and enjoy my weekend. Where are you partying tonight? Show me where the love is, ladies and gentlemen. Let me come join you and enjoy the Nkwobi, Ejaro, Pamotoro, and everything soft in between. For this Lagos, we know they carry last. Even for traffic, we they burn, we they grow, we they go, we know they tire. And we day out, we relax, we chill, we eat, we grow, we flow, we do every other thing. I mean, I think very soon. I think next week I'm going to do more like a rap session. I mean, I've not had the choice to do that part of it. Where we'll do more like if you call in. I mean, you just do a freestyle. If you have the tightest rap, and then you win the prize for yourself as we speak. And I think that's what I'm going to do for the next one. So I see whether you can do it in any language, any dialect is good for me. You do stuff like Omonaja, Iwoke, Buru, Okpe, Minunuru, Kilofe, Wasaba, Wasare Kaba Kaba. I'm the king of the jungle. You're not serving my level. Yeah. Somebody's with the cigarette. Are you try? We go try. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 0906-202-4907. Let's have your thoughts. Let's have your song choice.
The three songs I told you. Raskimono.
Your song is coming right now. Thank you. All right, the song is coming right now. 0906-202-3907. Your order has been taken and you'll be served the dish right now. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're still here right now on Champion 90.7 FM. The stories are still, we're still here right now. The next song is coming to you as we speak. Raskimono.
Mama Africa, yes, man. Sure. We can understand what one is and country and nation now. Accent, coming on now.
What a man in this country. What a man in this nation.
Please start that one more time.
What a man in this country.
I mean, I know.
What a man in this nation.
Tawalale, tawalale, lale, tawalale, tawalale, lale. What a big one, what a big one. Man, a woman can get no food to eat. What a big one, what a big one. All the people of them are running for murder. What a big one, what a big one. All the masses of them are running for cover. What a big one, what a big one. All the children them are laughing hunger.
What a man in this country.
Lord of mercy.
What a man in this nation.
One more time, please.
What a man in this country.
I mean, no, no.
What a man in this nation.
Tawalale, tawalale, lale, tawalale, tawalale, lale. What a big one, what a big one. No salvation in this nation. No for killing in this country. No place to sleep and no work to do. No money to spend and no food to eat.
What a man in this country. What a man in this nation.
Lord have mercy.
What a man in this country.
I mean, I know.
What a man in this nation.
Tawalale, tawalale, lale, tawalale, tawalale, lale. What a big one, what a...
All right, song taken already. Thank you for that. My final song for the day before I say bye-bye is one of my favorites in the past, P-Square. Temptation. So if you know this song, just sing along with me. Let me know if you know the song. This is a song for anybody who knows that, you're a master dribbler, and then we'll see who wins. Temptation, let's go. Yes, hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
This is Busy calling from mainland.
Okay, I gave you your song, isn't it?
Nah.
Ah. All right, so what do you want me to give you?
So maybe just give me Ifoma. I think it's better.
Ifoma
Yeah.
by P-Square.
Yeah.
Okay. But first enjoy this one. I'll give you that one, no problem.
It is so good.
I'll give you. Yeah, I'll find it for you. I'll find it for you.
Okay.
I'll find it for you.
When I dream is when I breathe is when I eat is anything I do, why must it be you? Girl, can't you see it's true? You don't make me they go even though he did, I dey feel like to go. I'm sorry, my wifey, she dey make me they go. The feeling is so strong, I dey feel like to go. This not temptation. This not temptation. With a little confusion. Oh, I've been there trying make a rush. When our body brush, okay, I was tempted to touch. But there was nothing I could do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the show is over for today. Thank you for being with me all through for Monday to today. It's very fantastic seeing us and meeting us. And the rest of us, I think Evans, you said you needed a particular number. You can call the other private line, 0906-2024907 after the show, and then I'll make the number you need available off air. Thank you, Lagos. Thank you for listening in today. For all the callers all through the week, thank you for showing all the love necessary. Thank you for standing by Champion 90.7 FM, all our callers, every listener, everyone who turn on the radio every morning at 7 o'clock in the morning and follow me to 10 every day. You are my MVP. Thank you for listening in. To all the guys and ladies, it's a beautiful weekend. Go out, hang out somewhere, have the fun of your life and do it right. Ensure you take the bottles right and come back home with your heads intact. My name is Adausu Taiwo. In case you have any hangout place where I can come chop and kwabi for free, I am available. I'm available. It's bye for now.
With a little confusion. For this type of game, where we go play, no red card, no red card. For this not temptation, when I sleep is when I dream is when I beat is when I eat is anything I do, why must it be you? You can't you see, you they make me they go. Even though you dead, I they feel like to go. I'm sorry, my wifey, now she they make me they go.
Keep your money to bambo. Look, la malo. Baby, wow, me right again. Ujelo, Bushe, one, Vanessa, Ebene, Mukabuju, yeah, it's a meta. Keri, Bamba, Mete, Majugo, Super extravagance, Mama, Mila, Shakemedo. Baby, you catch my feelings, I'm getting bigger. They shock my head like Ghana. This your booty, are you from Ghana? I'm all me, come on, now, yeah, my shit, come on. This your booty, fit to Jawa, yeah, oh, that is summer. Body, effect, and she, why, yeah, into your eyes. I'm all me, my dance. No pressure, what happened? Forget the little logo. America, love, photo. I got that one for loco. Plenty, no money. Perfect, kiss me. Booty below your me. But I buy your me. I'm a
enjoy music that touches the soul and moves the body on Champion 90.7 FM.
Ìjà lónìí, ìjà lọ́la kì í jẹ́ kí ìgbéyàwó tọ́jọ́. Sùúrù, ìmọ̀ Ọlọ́run àtọgbọ́n inú la fi bára ẹni lò tí lọ́kọláya fi jèrè àjẹdálẹ́ nínú ìgbéyàwó. Ilé wa ò ní dàrú o. Ìkéde yìí wá láti iléeṣẹ́ Champion FM 90.7.
Champion 90.7 FM ṣòwò lẹ́yìn gbọ́. Ajẹ́ kókó ẹ lómìnú, ajẹ́ kó yà ẹ lẹ́nu.